Hi, I'm Jenny. Welcome to my channel where we focus on using ordinary materials to make beautiful things. Today we're going to revisit the paper dolls I made before with a little bit of changes. So let me show you what I've done here. I have made some paper dolls, but this time I used animals for the heads. So some of these came from greeting cards. This one came from a little greeting card. This one came from a calendar that I have. I think this one might have come from a calendar as well. This one's from a greeting card. So some of them are from a book, a wildlife book. So just a variety of places that I got these. It was a little more challenging because the animal heads didn't always seem to fit the size of the catalog and magazine bodies that I had. So I had to kind of spend some time, fussing to try to find the right one. In addition, the necks on animals are very different, so you had to kind of, I had to kind of maybe cut it wider and then cut out where the neck was on the person to make it fit. I'll show you in a minute what I mean by that. But some of these are super cute, so I just loved this one. This one is from an old birthday card, this little cat. And then this outfit is from a J. Peterman catalog. And this is from a different page of the catalog, and the boots are also from the catalog. If you haven't seen a J. Peterman catalog, J. Peterman, I didn't think they really existed, to tell you the truth. On the old Seinfeld shows, Elaine, the character, worked for J. Peterman. And the catalog is kind of quirky and kind of fun. And I didn't really think it was a real catalog, and then I heard somebody mention it, so I went online and requested a catalog. They're pretty funny to read. I mean, the clothes are high ticket. I will not lie to you. I would not buy I would not buy something because it's out of my price range. But certainly just reading it is kind of fun. The way the descriptions are written are fun, and the pictures of the clothes are all drawings. They aren't photographs. So it's really kind of cool. So you can go online and look at one, and you can request a catalog for free. So that's what I did. So this little outfit, the hat and the boots are from a different part of the catalog, but this little outfit was in the catalog. So I have my little cat here. Now, a couple of these I attached in different ways. I attached all these to paper, just packaging paper, Amazon packaging paper, or this is probably from Chewy, actually, because I think the Amazon paper is darker. But I didn't want to put it all on cardstock because cardstock can be a little too heavy sometimes when you're going to put it into your journal. If you use a really lighter cardstock, I think it'd probably be okay. I just wanted to finish the back. So I wasn't as interested in whether or not it was on something heavy, as I just wanted everything kind of married together on the back, which I didn't do on my last set of paper dolls. And so when you turn those over, you can see all the different layers, and it's kind of rough looking. So these, I put them on here. So I did it in a variety of ways, and I'll show you some pros and cons. So this one, because it's small, I mean, it wrinkled a little bit, but it didn't wrinkle a lot when I put it on. So I used this universal wallpaper and border adhesive, and I put it underneath, and then I put it over the top. So this one was a really thin magazine page, and because it was very thin and this is really wet, it wrinkled a lot. And you can see it on the front and you can see it on the back. The paper just wrinkled, the paper underneath wrinkled, the paper on top wrinkled, which is okay generally. I was going for kind of a patinaed look, and you can see some of the patina out around. So I used, when I get down to the end of the glue, I put some color in it sometimes to make it kind of an antique-y beigey, so it gives it a little bit of a patina. So I tried that. You can't really see the color very much. So, I mean, you can kind of see it on the paper out here, but it really didn't make much difference. So those were very wet, and I did that. I did do a couple on cardstock. These, I used a glue stick to attach them to the cardstock, and then I went over them with clear gesso. And it's, I mean, it's wet, but it's not as wet because there wasn't wet underneath. It didn't wrinkle as much. You can see this one bubbled a little bit, but not too bad. So these are images. These came from just magazines. This is a little helmet from a book on knights. This cat came from a greeting card. The coat and the jacket and the bottom part here came from different magazine pages. These are the paws that were on the cat. I stuck a little fish in his pocket. I just thought it would be fun. So that's kind of a compendium of things. This one is an ad that came from a magazine, probably, I don't think it was Glamour, I think it's probably Elle or one of those. And in the ad, the person was actually wearing this crown, and so all I did was cut out the person's neckline here and put the cat behind it and glue it down and put that on. So this is from a calendar, and then I just added the little crown too. So these just have clear gesso, and they're on leftover file folder pieces. This one is a little bit different. This one I tried to patina, and I had seen that if you wanted to make something look old, like if you wanted to make a photograph look antique, you could put just a white napkin over it. So like a single ply, like you would take this off and use the front with all the printing and stuff on it, but then you would have this white ply from the back. So that's what I did with this one, is I used that patina glue, and then I put a napkin over the top, and you can see it really took it down. It disguised a lot of the color and everything. So on one hand, I'm a little disappointed because it really took out so much of the detail. On the other hand, it certainly made it look old. It does look much more like an old photograph with all the crackling and the wrinkling from the napkin and the paper and the glue. So I think this one might be fun. I do think I'm gonna have to go in, maybe with a marker and redefine some places and things like that, which might be okay. So I only did one of these because I looked at it and I wasn't sure that I liked it, and I didn't want to use up all my animals with this. So we'll play with it and see if I like it. I can always go back and do some more. So I have one. The rest of these then were done with just clear gesso. I just glued them onto the paper and put clear gesso over the top. And the clear gesso just gives it a little bit of tooth, makes it a little grittier, takes some of the shine down so it's not quite as shiny, and also makes it easier to paint. It kind of puts a layer in there for paint. So some of these are a lot of fun. So you can see these all came from ads, and then these pictures were from a wildlife book. The drawings, you can see this one I think was from a calendar. It's actually a photograph. This one was from a wildlife book. So was this one, and so was this one. So I have these they're all drawings. You can oftentimes find deer and bears and things like that on in wildlife books, but also on wallpaper samples, like borders that are meant for, kind of man cave, hunting room looking places, things like that, or outdoorsy kind of stuff. So you might find some there as well. So these were all just a matter of finding a body that I thought looked like it was turned the right direction. You can see this one, I kept the neck from the person and then just put this little baby fox head on it. And I left some of this where it looked like she was leaning on the gate and stuff. So I think those are gonna be fun. I am gonna I'm going to play with some paint now that I have put them all on some paper. I think I want to start, I don't know if I want to start with this one or not. This one is not my favorite one. Maybe I should start with a different one. I think this one is a lot of fun. I really like this one. I like the little fish. I brought along some of my paints that I used before. So I have these metallic accent watercolors, and I also have a different set I didn't have last time, and these are all pearlescent watercolors. So they all have a definite shiny patina to them. So I think that's gonna make them fun to play with on here. So I'm gonna start with this one. I think this little kitty cat needs a little bit of blue metallic on his eyes maybe. And one thing that I learned last time is that I could do some painting, and then after the paint dried, I could go in with a marker and redefine things. So like, see there, I just really went over the inner part, the iris there, and I can pull some of that off, but I can just wait. I can just even paint it out and go back in afterwards and redraw that so that it's all nice and metallic, and you know, I can put that back in and reshape the eye if I want to. I could, of course, go in with a little bit of black over it. I mean, we can try that. But, you know, it's watercolor. It's not going to be, it's not going to be too bad. It'll be pretty forgiving. So I think, I think this will look better, though, if I go back with some, I can't think, with like a marker or a paint pen when I'm done. So, that's not terrible. But the other thing about watercolor is it is water. So if you don't like it, especially since I have hit it with some clear gesso, I can just take it off, right? So watercolor is very forgiving, and it's easy to correct mistakes. So I do want a little bit of metallic around here. So and I'll go back and fix that after it's dry. All right, so we've got some blue metallic there. I think maybe I'm going to just kind of do an outline on the jacket and some of the stuff in this blue metallic. I'm thinking I might go in with some actual buttons at the end and glue, like there are some buttons that are showing here, and maybe glue some little buttons on there. I thought that would be cute. I think last time I did a lot of repainting of the dresses. I might do that, but I like the denim on this. I just want some metallic, you know how I am. I like that metallic, and I like the bling, so I think I'm just gonna kind of follow along here. Just follow the seams. I think I'm just gonna follow the seams. This little fish actually came from a different magazine ad, believe it or not. You would not think so. There was a magazine ad that had a girl, it was a fashion ad, and she was holding up the fish in one hand and a fishing rod in the other. And I was like, oh, that's too cute. I couldn't figure out how to integrate the fishing rod, but I wanted to. But I thought the fish in the pocket was a good compromise here. So So really I'm just after, I don't think I want the whole jacket metallic, but I definitely want all the seams to be metallic. Maybe the top of the pocket here. I think I'm just gonna paint out the button for now, and then I can add that back in. So just, you know, that's the fun of like making something out of magazine stuff and paper dolls and everything, is you can just kind of play with it and redesign it any way you want. I just thought it would be fun to add the animal heads just because I just thought it would make them a little more whimsical, just funnier. Not interested in being too serious these days. Just a little there. Maybe the collar, what do we think? Go ahead and paint in the collar. And we want the sleeves. Oops, helps if you don't put your hand in it. Oh my gosh. Put my hand in it and it's wet. That's pretty typical for me. So I'm just gonna do like one of these on camera, and then I'll probably turn the camera off and paint the rest of them and let them dry, and then we'll come back and we'll put jewels and stuff on them, because, you know, the decorating is the fun part, right? I'll link the other, my other paper doll video below, just so you can see how I made them, because I made it the same way. The only thing I did differently was I used an animal head instead of a person's head. So it's not, I didn't do anything, you know, special or different or anything. I just put them together the same way. I just thought it would be fun to do it with, you know, with animals. So let's see. I think we need some gold up there on that little, on this little helmet, right? The helmet was from, like I said, it was on a book on knights. So you can find things in unexpected places. Like, I am not super interested in using knights or anything related to war and stuff like that in my journal, you know, because I want my journal to be about peace and love and happiness. But you know, you can find things like a piece of armor or something, which could be lots of fun. She's got there's some gold down here. Not really sure what the design is. It just kind of looks like gold, so we're just gonna kind of make it a gold floral, right? Pops of gold down here. Looks like there's some gold on here. And I definitely think these are going to need some strings of jewels and pearls and things like that, to make them come to life. So let's see. I think maybe the kitty cat needs a little bit too. Let's do a little bit different color. Let me kind of wipe off my brush here. Maybe this kind of, still gold, but it's kind of an antique-y gold maybe. So let's kind of, there's my phone. So I'm gonna stop the video for a second and answer it. I'll be right back. Okay, sorry about that interruption. So still working on this one, trying to figure out, put a little bit of kind of goldy in the ears and I didn't like it, so might try just a little dab of pink. I don't want to put too much on thing, but that's maybe a little better. A little more watery, just a hint of color there up into the ears. So, all right, let's see. Got some down here. Maybe a little bit of pink on the trim down here. And I'm not being worried because like I've gone off here, but I know I haven't cut this out yet. So when I cut it, I should be able to make up for any sloppiness I have. And again, it's watercolor. So, you know, if you get it somewhere you don't want it, just wipe it off. Put a little bit of water on it, spray it, and just wipe it off. It does make watercolor very easy, very forgiving. Okay, I think, oh, I don't know. I think maybe we need to put something on the fish. I was gonna say I think we're done with the watercolor, but maybe not. Maybe my fish needs something. Maybe a nice dark green here. So I'm working with the metallics, and then I looked over here and realized I have all those pearl ones too, and they kind of come out the same way. They look pretty metallic-y. So that may be too much because I've just obliterated the fish. You can't really tell he's a fish anymore. So I'll just wipe it off. Oh, see, that's kind of cool. That left a little bit of the green. Maybe I just kind of outline a little bit. Trying to catch him in the light here and see. Maybe just a little bit on the edges there. Okay. All right, so I'm going to set this aside and let it dry, and I am going to paint the other ones, and then I'm going to cut it all out, and I'll be back and we will finish decorating it. So I'll see you in a few minutes. Okay, I'm back, and I have, as I said, put some paint on all of them. We did this one, and then I went in with a Sharpie and did some outlining, and I cut them all out. So I'm ready to embellish these. So these, I saved these to do on camera with you, but I want to show you, I went ahead and did a bunch of other ones in different colors. These are all kind of blues, so we'll look at those in a minute. But I've got some pretty funky ones. This one's really crazy. I figured if he had on a pink satin shirt to start with that he wouldn't mind rhinestone glasses. And I made him a little hat out of washi tape. So I just stuck some washi tape onto a piece of paper and then just cut like a little hat shape and glued that on for him. Then I have this one. So these are all sticker. They're the little sticky gemstones that you can get at Dollar Tree. I'm pretty sure you can get them at Michael's and places like that as well. These are just little foam stickers. So this is all stickers. The pearls are too. Let's see. She has on stickers as well. These stickers came from Dollar Tree as well. They're kind of puffy metallic looking, and these were part of a set of flower stickers that came from Dollar Tree. I get almost all of my stickers at Dollar Tree. I know things have gone up to $1.25 now, but still stickers are kind of expensive a lot of places. So I tend not to order them. I tend to just buy whatever's cheap. So I kind of look around, and every time I'm at a Dollar Tree or someplace like that, I look. So 99 cents only has stickers as well. So sometimes you just kind of have to thumb through them and get past the kid stickers to find the ones that are maybe more to your liking. So I gave her some little flower headdress here. This one probably is my favorite. I love this deer. I gave her some flowers up here between her ears. I painted her dress and put lots of pearls on there. She got lots of little flower stickers. So all of these stickers and embellishments came from Dollar Tree. Let's see. This little guy, the one with the J. Peterman suit, I thought he needed an Easter basket. He just looked like he was going to the Easter parade to me. So I gave him an Easter basket and just some little jewels. They look like it's not quite dry. I can still see a little bit of glue that's wet there. So that's really all I did to him, was just give him some jewels and a little Easter basket, because he wasn't very big. So I didn't put a lot of stuff on him. Big surprise, I know. Hey, my cat's over here trying to dig through my stuff. Because it's dinner time and I haven't fed her yet. So this one is some Dollar Tree embellishments. Let's see, I have a blue set here. That was my phone, but my husband picked it up. These came from Dollar Tree as well. It's called the diamond wrap. It's in the floral section. And so it's not sticky, but it glues really easily, and it's just like ribbon that has, gemstones on it. So that makes it super easy to put down. So this is the same thing in gold here, and then cut into little squares all here. This is just a little star that's off of a Christmas card I got. And then just some little, kind of loopy rick-racky sort of stuff to cover the cuff. So she got all dolled up. This is the one. This one is one of my favorite ones. I think I love this because I love the teapot. And I went ahead and outlined it in gold when I was doing the painting. So this just got lots of jewels and bling for the crown and everything. And I like the look on the cat's face. And it's like, I'm too cool, right? Now, this one is a lot of fun too. I really like this one. I did the paint in purple. So this is little pieces of ribbon, and I used double stick tape, and there's some really thin double stick tape that also came from Dollar Tree. Right? I know, I just can't bring myself to spend very much for stuff like this. So I love it, but I'm just cheap, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm frugal. So so I used the double stick tape to stick down some ribbon that I had to cover her shirt. And this is just little pieces of washi tape that I tore to look like patches on her jeans. So, and she just got some little sticky jewels up there with her. Okay, so those are all the ones I've done. So it's time now to do the last of them here. So let's start with this one. We did this one together when we were painting, I think. So we just need to figure out some stuff here. I was looking at this piece of lace. It's super long, but I was thinking if I cut it down, it might be cute over the bottom here. But then that would cover up pretty much all of that. So I don't know. I'm thinking because I could cut apart that and then wrap it so that it sticks out a little bit. I think that might be cute. So let's do that. Let's cut the arm away so that we can put something under it. Move it around. I had originally had the arms cut away before I glued them to the cardstock, but when I was gluing it down to the cardstock, the arm had to go somewhere, and it didn't really want to lay quite right. So let's trim. Didn't want to lay quite right, so I went ahead and just glued it down over the top of the image at the bottom down there. The top of the image at the bottom. Yeah. So, okay. So I may have to repair that a little bit just because I think it's come a little loose there because I cut it apart. But nothing we can't fix. You know, and remember, whatever you do, I mean, ultimately, it's just paper. So, you know, if it doesn't work right, you can always do something else to it. It's just paper. Okay, so this one I think, you know, we could use the gathered part. And go like right here around the bottom. And maybe just cut it off. What do you think? Right. So I don't know, should we use the gathered part? Turn it this way. I mean, the lace doesn't really matter. Boy, I didn't do a very good job of cutting that off, did I? Pay attention, pay attention. Okay. Maybe like that. Maybe glue it around back. What do you think? Still a little long, but we could always trim it off after we get it on there. So I'm thinking that that's what we'll do, you know. It's gonna cover a little bit of the jacket, but that's okay. Okay. I'm always messy when it comes to gluing on lace. Just gonna give it a little bit on this side. Just because I want it to actually wrap around. My fingers are always sticky, so I find if I just use a little towel that I can get more of it to stick. Because I always have glue on my hands. Because I do stuff like that. Okay. Oh, and I moved it when I had it turned over. Of course I did. Well, luckily, we can move it back up and restick it. Okay. All right, we'll let that dry a little bit before I start chopping. I think I'm going to chop it to about here probably, just to get that. And then in the meantime, I think maybe we also need, you know, a little row of blingy something there, just to finish that off. I'm not going to wrap that because it's a little thick to have something to have it underneath when you're gluing it down on something later. See what I mean? I kind of cut that, and I'm gonna have to fix that. But it's not hard to fix. It's just a matter of a little bit of glue, I think. As a matter of fact, let me grab a glue stick and we'll fix it now while I'm thinking about it. Right? Because I think I can just stick it down. There we go. There. Oh, and see the hands up front? That's cute. I like with the hands there. Good. Okay. Oop. Stuff is sticking. Sticky fingers. This is what happens. I have sticky fingers. Okay, so what else? What else should we do here? I have some more of this. I have a whole roll of this, but you know, That might be a little much, but we could put definitely some kind of jewels on that jacket. I think the jacket needs something here. What do I have? These are cute. I have these little kind of sticky buttons, but they don't stick very well, the bigger ones like this, so I always put just a little bit of glue to help them. The lines, like these, they seem to stick pretty well when you've got a line of something. But like the individual little button looking things, or the jewels, I guess they're not buttons, they're jewels. We're putting them down as buttons, but those seem to not stick very well. So got a little sticky on them, but just a little dab of glue to hold it in place is always a good thing, I think. So let's give it a little press there without my sticky fingers. Oh, I like that. That's cute. I have some little roses here too that were little fabric roses that I cut off of, gosh, I don't even know what. Something. So those might be cute. You could put those up here above the pocket. I don't know, that's pretty dimensional. Maybe not, because I'm not sure, you know, whatever this goes in, I'd like something flatter, because this is, you know, that'll lay flat. Lace is flat. So I don't have to worry too much about that. But let's see, I do have some other flowers. I have these stickers. Oh, we could definitely do something to the hat up here. That would be something cute for up there. What could we do? We could, let's see, I wonder if this is going to be way too big. So on one hand, I feel like it's way too big. On the other hand, I like it, and I'm not sure I care, but it is a little big. So maybe something a little shorter. Let's see, what else do I have? I have these. What about something like this on the hat? Now that would be cute, because then it wouldn't cover the whole hat. Could stick it off the side a little bit. Like that. Little pink and blue. Since she's a cat, should we give her a little bird up there? You know, she's got a fish in her pocket and a bird on her hat. That might be fun. It feels like it's not going to stick. I may have to add a little glue to that. Let's see, what else? Seems like, I don't know, I really like this stuff. I wonder if we should put some more. What do I have? I have some pearls. We could put some pearls on the cuffs. That might be cute. Little pearls on the cuffs there. Just a couple. Stick into my fingers. Where else? We could put some on the collar. Okay. Get rid of that one. Up here on the collar as well. That's cute. Could put some across the pocket. I know, too much, right? I'm sure somebody's out there going, no, stop, that's enough. Too much is never enough. Oh no. I picked it up. Didn't get enough glue on it, apparently. Try again. There we go. Too much is never enough, especially when it comes to jewels. There we go. All right. I like that a lot. I think that's really cute. Let's see if I can get these unstuck from my fingers now. Let's trim up that lace a little bit. Oh, that's adorable. Oh my gosh. I love my little kitty here. That's adorable. I have a friend who loves cats. She's going to love this, so I'll probably end up giving it to her. I don't know, it'd be cute maybe to, you know, cover the back, mount it on something somehow so she could hang it like in her classroom. That might be cute. Okay, loving that one. Let's see, we got a couple more here. Let's go ahead and do this one because I didn't really like this one as much to begin with, and after I did a little bit of paint and cut him out, I think he looks really cool, and partially because the napkin makes it look like this is all hand-drawn, I think, instead of a magazine image. This is all magazine image, and this was from a calendar. So it was very shiny, and I put that napkin over it, and it just made it very, very drawn looking. And then with the paint on it, I just think it's really cool. So I'm not really sure what I want to do to him, but you know, I think he needs some bling because he's just fabulous. You know, well, everybody needs bling as far as I'm concerned. If you're already fabulous, it just makes you more fabulous, right? It doesn't hurt. Is that too much? Let's see. Nope, there we go. There we go. So I'm thinking some bling on the cuffs, maybe down the lapel. I'm using my art glitter glue for this just because I think it kind of grabs faster and it holds really well. It doesn't take very much, and it will stick pretty well, so I don't have to worry about it coming off. So let's see. Should we do some on the lapel? We could do, I have a whole roll, so we could do more than, we could just outline the lapel. Maybe, I don't know. Let's see. What else do we have? I like the cuffs. I like it. Looks like he's got some bling coming there on the cuffs. I do have some other jewels. I've got those pearls. What do I have here? I have some rickrack. Oh, that's cute. Okay, so if we put the rickrack on and then put like a jewel in the middle where it meets, that might be a good choice. All right, let me trim this up a little bit. Okay. Let's see, is it better to put it on the rickrack, do you think, the glue? Maybe. Oh, that's cute. So, yeah, we'll kind of angle that in, and then we'll put a jewel or something there where it's going to meet to cover the join. Oops, throwing stuff around. I'm not sure there's even a front or a back to this. It looks the same on both sides to me. Oops. Dropping it. That's not good. Get my rag here. Okay, and then we just need something in the middle there. Maybe hang down. So what should he have hanging down? Got this little doodad. It's like a little silk flower with a jewel, but it's just a picture. So we could have a couple of squares. We could just do something like that. Just to cover. We could even let it hang down. Or we could just cover. I think maybe just covering it. I like that. I think just covering it. I know it's shocking to think that I would choose the one that had actually less bling. That is shocking, isn't it? Okay, there we go. And I almost just really don't want to do anything else to him. I mean, I guess when I come to use him, if I think he needs something else, I could do it then. But I just love him kind of the way he is. A hat would be really cute, but I don't really want to cover up his little head up here. So I think we'll leave that one the way it is. Okay, that leaves us just one more, last one. Right, and he's all blingy and stuff too here. So let's see, we haven't used these dark blue jewels. Let's use those. If I can figure out which way they open. It's not rocket science. I don't know why I can't figure this out. I can't see the end of it. There it is. There it is, there it is. Okay. So I also have some dark blue pearl looking things too. So what do you think? We could just kind of do the collars, do the cuffs. I don't know. I feel like he's just sitting there. I feel like we need something on his head, but I don't know what. You know, since he's a little guy, I don't want to like really put flowers in his hair. Although I did with the the guy wearing the Elton John glasses, you know. So I'm just not sure. I actually kind of like this one the way it is. I'm wondering if I should just leave it alone. That would be a shocker, wouldn't it, if I just left it alone? I'm thinking none of this looks quite right. So maybe, you know, maybe it's a good idea for now to leave it alone, kind of like that. Maybe I should just do a little collage on him then, instead of jewels. Let's see, what do I have? He could have some grapes on his coat. I'm just digging through my box of blues here. Maybe I should go back and find something in silver. Maybe he would need something else. Right? I'm not really sure. I guess I'm not really sure. So, you know, we've done so many others. I think it's okay to leave one. So I have these two that I did on camera, and then I have all those other ones that I showed you. I hope you enjoyed this. It was a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun to play with them. If you have some ideas of what to do with this guy, leave me a comment and let me know, because I'm just not sure. You know, sometimes you do a bunch of them and you look at them and you just don't know what to do with one, and that's kind of where I am with him. Just don't know what to do with him. So let me know what you think. And until next time, remember, use what you have to make your life more beautiful. Bye.